Hello everyone, it's Mark Chalero, the owner of MS Classic Cars, and today we're doing our walk-around presentation on this absolutely stunning 1956 Ford F-100 big window custom pickup truck that I have personally named the Black Beauty. If you have or have not been following MS Classic Cars, please note I only collect #1 and #2 condition, show quality inventory. We've been doing that since inception. Very proud to say that we are the only classic car dealership in the country that goes through every vehicle that we sell in our service department, in our detail department, and we document the work with an invoice. All classic vehicles, regardless if they're factory restored or whether they're custom built, have to be gone through in service. We make it so the new owner of anything we sell does not have a checklist upon delivery. As an example, with this truck here, I've created this huge binder. Everything is in date order as far as all the receipts are concerned, but first and foremost is the invoice that documents the work that was done. We invested a total of $17,390.32 in this vehicle, taking it to the level of what you see here today. So come a little closer. It's really important that you spend the time looking at our website, msclassiccars.com, for highlights, all the descriptions, the photos, the video, to truly understand how beautiful this is. Again, I've nicknamed it the Black Beauty. It's truly a piece of rolling artwork with its gorgeous design, color combination, and features. The 56 F-100 is a special vehicle due to its unique integrated design with a new wraparound windshield and a distinct front grille, making it the most collectible truck of the 53 to 56 second generation F-Series line. Only 6,200 F-100 big window trucks were made in 1956, making it rare and highly sought after. As the VIN number indicates, this example was originally built as an F-100 conventional in Richmond, Virginia. It was purchased in 2008 by its last caretaker, Gerry, who lives in Santa Ana, California. Like many people, including myself, Gerry has a soft spot for the 56 Ford F-100, and he had a plan of building one of the best examples on planet Earth. His vision was to create a much improved version of the original without compromising too much of the factory design. The meticulous frame-off restoration was started in 2008, and there was no time limit because he understood the complexity of a high-quality restoration. As the general contractor of the build, he selected the right people for the job. Gerry also worked on the restoration personally, which gave him a great sense of pride and ownership. His vision came to life 17 years later when it was finally completed in 2025, resulting in this absolutely magnificent truck. Gerry developed some health problems and decided to sell the vehicle upon completion. He contacted me personally. He's been following us for a while, thought it would be the perfect fit for the MS Classic Cars collection. He was right. I purchased the vehicle in May of 2025. And that's kind of the story of how we acquired this vehicle. So let's first start off by giving you a good sense of judge of character as far as my opinion of a vehicle. We have sold multiple pickup trucks, which are all, again, found on our website, sold page, msclassiccars.com. We've had 5-window 3,100 pickup trucks that have sold in the $300,000 price range. I think we've had 3 or 4 of those. We have not had as many of the F-100s. However, we have had a few recently over the last couple of years, one more recently, and those vehicles almost exceeded $200,000 regarding the sale price. So with that being said, this particular vehicle here, this is the best F-100 that we've ever offered from MS Classic Cars, and the body work in paint and fit and finish of this entire build absolutely can hold a candle to those vehicles that were in the 300 plus range. This is right at the top as far as quality is concerned. So again, regardless of how great Corey's pictures are or what this vehicle looks like in this video, rest assured that in person, the body work and paint is exceptional, okay? I am gonna today hold my LED flashlight right here, and I'm gonna basically just kind of walk around the vehicle. We'll start from the hood, work our way down the side toward the back. I'll finish kind of by the engine compartment. I will flip forward this hood here and just go over some of the details, and then we'll wrap up the video. But again, the point of this video is to really get a true understanding of the condition, the quality, and what parts were used during the restoration. I am going to go ahead and just put this binder, which again is included on the front seat here. Okay, so let's start first with this flashlight. And again, what I'm doing is I'm just going to point out anything that's worth noting as far as any imperfections. This is basically flawless, this truck. If you see anything in the video that might even look like a little chip or a scratch, more than likely it's a piece of dust, because I'm looking at it obviously here in person. But it is absolutely stunning. You will notice up in the front there, the cowl area was shaved for that real smooth fit. If you look online at these trucks, a lot of times, especially when they have this tilt forward style hood, which I'll operate in a little while, they have gotten the gap lines on this truck to almost perfection. Absolutely beautiful. You will notice those stainless wiper arms there that were polished. So much attention to detail went into this truck during the restoration. Obviously, that is a brand new, massive size front windshield. All of the door glass and that huge rear big window in the back, it's all brand new. It is slightly tinted. So again, crystal clear glass throughout. As we make our way down toward the front here, and again, I don't really see anything that's even worth mentioning in this paint. I mean, there could be a pin size imperfection here or there, but I'm just looking for the things that are most obvious. As we look at this front bumper here, we have receipts that document that over $1,100 was invested in this bumper, bringing it to the standards that you see. This was professionally restored. It is absolutely gorgeous. These headlights here, we incorporated these at MS Classic Cars. These are an LED headlight. We love the daytime running lights. There's multiple options. You can see, again, on our website, the different configurations when you do pull the headlight knob, what it does as far as the lights, the high beams, the parking lights, etc. This front bumper here, which is in beautiful condition. This is actually stainless steel that was polished. Custom bolts were put in here. Not only did he polish the front, but they also polished the back side. Yes, so both bumpers are polished front and back side. Pretty impressive. When you look down the side of this truck here, it is absolutely laser straight. You can see all the reflections, obviously, of myself and some of the things that we have in the background in the paint. It is absolutely amazing. Again, I'm looking for any imperfections at all. This truck has less than 400 miles on it, so it didn't really have a lot of opportunity to get any type of road rash or damage and so forth, but it's truly stunning. Beautiful. Speaking of these wheels were actually added to the vehicle in 25. So they're actually a relatively new wheel from Budnick. We definitely have used Budnick in the past. Good people there. They make a great product. These are called hammers. These were a polished 5-spoke wheel. They're just an iconic wheel that Budnick has used for a long time. These are 18-inch wheels in the front, and they're 20-inch wheels in the back. These are brand spanking new tires as well. General G-Max is a really good tire. Again, we have all the specifications and everything on our website, 225, 45, 18s. And you'll notice behind the wheel here, you got these 13-inch drilled and slotted rotors. These are bare brakes. No expense was spared on these brakes. These are 6-piston calipers. So again, really special application regarding the braking system and the wheels. When we look up top here, again, There's a lot of dust that just floats from the showroom and the air conditioning system in here, but again, it's truly stunning. The condition is amazing. These mirrors here, they're custom mirrors on both sides. You can see how nice all of this rubber is around this glass. Again, one of the highlights of this truck, besides the amazing bodywork and paint, is the gap lines and how nice this door opens. I don't know if you even heard how crisp that opened up, and look at this, the way it shuts. It's so nice. Definitely, in my opinion, one of the highlights of the vehicle. These are custom door handles. Again, you will see how laser straight this all is. The door edges were actually finished to be a little bit smoother and more rounded than what the factory offered. That was one of the things that was done at the body shop. Again, absolutely amazing. Truly one of the best F-100s I've ever seen. When you get down here, normally on these trucks, there's a separation between the cab and the running board. There's a gap, if you will, there. And it was Gerry's idea to have a piece fabricated and put in here that would cover that gap, so it would almost appear as if it flowed into the running boards. I think it was a brilliant idea. You'll notice these stainless bolts that were used, which look really nice. Again, when you get over to the backside and you see this massive window, again, this is what makes this truck really unique, is the big window feature. As I had said earlier, only 6,200 big window trucks were made in 1956. Such a iconic thing. It just looks so sexy with that huge window. As we are making our way kind of around here, this would be a good opportunity to kind of show you what the interior looks like. The interior of this truck is equally as nice as the exterior. They really did a beautiful job. Obviously, this was professionally done, very expensive. This is a really unique color, which I think works so perfectly. Rather than doing black or doing a tan or doing a brown, Gerry really wanted to mix it up a little bit. He went with this two-tone sage color leather upholstery, which looks gorgeous. Up top here, we have a one-piece headliner. That was also wrapped in this leather upholstery. The sun visors were as well. Obviously, the entire bench seat, which is kind of a contoured bench. So if you look at it quickly, it kind of looks like it has bucket seats, but in essence, it's one bench seat. I know it does have a custom track and so forth for the seating. Also, the door panels were wrapped in leather, the kicker panels, even the center console that's referred to as a waterfall style designed console. Everything was wrapped very tastefully in this two-tone sage leather upholstery. Now, at MS Classic Cars, part of our service process is not only to make sure that everything is in working order mechanically and going through everything as far as the detailing and cosmetically, but we want to improve upon vehicles in which we think just take the vehicles to a next level. One of the things that we did to this vehicle, besides going through a lot of the wiring and cleaning up a lot of things, we decided to change the gauges. Those gauges are from Speed Hut. They're a really cool gauge. We went with a gray background. We actually had them emboss it with the V8, which is a Ford Icon logo. Again, they're trimmed in chrome, so it matches some of the chrome appointments in the interior, but that was a great choice that we did in our service department. The other thing that we did is we went with this 14-inch steering wheel here. This is mounted to a Flaming River tilt steering column. It really operates nice depending on how big or small you are. It gives you plenty of room and so forth. This is a street light billet specialty steering wheel, so it's got the black, it's got the chrome also kind of tied into the rest of the vehicle, and we obviously chose the black wrap, which again matches that beautifully painted dash. You will notice in there too that there's a lot of upgrades. As an example, it has billet vents for the vintage air conditioning system. It does have a tachometer, which is actually mounted kind of in the center of the dash. It has a full custom sound system. It's got some really high-end components as far as the stereo is concerned. Kenwood stereo unit. It's got these speakers that are here, also these tweeters. There are 2 subwoofers in the back. It's got 2 amplifiers. Again, you can read about all that information on our website. If you also look in here, we have power windows. We have so many things that were upgraded, all the things that somebody would really require in a vehicle. This has got it. Again, truly special. And when you shut this door, again, it is so nice how it closes. Making our way over to the rear of the vehicle here. Again, it just kind of gets better as you go down and you look at it. But they did such an amazing job. And as I had outlined in the description, this F-100 retains all of its original sheet metal. So it's not a vehicle that had a ton of sheet metal replacement or anything like that. So they were able to really take an original vehicle, focus on making it as perfect as possible, and this is what it resulted in. So again, absolutely in near flawless condition. We probably should have wiped this down with a microfiber rag before we started the video because I do see a lot of little dust, but I assure you it's not chips, it's not scratches, just a little bit of dust here and there. But these are the 20-inch wheels that I had mentioned before. You will see the same size brakes on the back, 13-inch drilled and slotted rotors, 6-piston Bear calipers. Bear makes some of the best brakes on planet Earth, especially with these classic cars. Again, these are the General G-Max tires, and these are 305 35 20s in the back. Again, these are called hammers. They're really an outstanding wheel. Now, to fit that 305 tire, Gerry came up with a really cool idea when he was having all the body work and all the paint done. And what they did is they extended these tubs here in the back and actually designed them to not only be larger, but also to appear like the fenders on the exterior. So if you look at this, it matches this. Just a well thought out deal. Obviously they did a beautiful job with the bodywork and the paint in here. Again, you will notice all of those stainless bolts, all the fasteners, everything was done to the highest level. The hinges, the mechanism for the latch assembly. They've got the fuel there. They obviously smoothed the exterior fuel cap that was originally on the cab is gone. So that was relocated. That piece in the center there, that's just a cover for the rear end housing. You will notice this is not your typical wood slats that are back here, nor your typical stainless slats that run up and down. This is a fully custom aluminum bed. It's the first time we've ever had a pickup truck with an aluminum bed. This was a huge expense. Thousands and thousands of dollars was invested in this magnificent bed back here. It's something that we're really proud of. Definitely one of the highlights of the truck, but did a super job fitting it all, adding all of the custom appointments and everything. It just really looks top notch. I think in the photos it came out absolutely beautiful. The tailgate here is in beautiful condition. Again, you'll see every single piece of stainless or chrome has been redone, polished, etc., including these beautiful taillight bezels. Making our way over to the passenger side, the rear bed. Again, everything is rolled so nicely. The fit and finish on this truck is second to none. I mean, it's at a high level of quality. Again, if you see anything in this video that might look like a chip or scratch, it's truly just dust. Again, Budnick wheels, brakes. Again, super. I haven't really found one imperfection in this truck. Look at how tight all this is in here. The rubber seals are all pliable and fresh. Look at this. Super nice. Again, that huge back window really gives you a great visual of the interior. You can see these nice drip rails. Again, these door edges were all smoothed and rounded. Just absolutely beautiful. This opens up so nice. Look at this. Door panels, speakers. Look at the handles. Look at inside here in the jamb, how nice it is. There was no corners cut at all in this truck. Did an absolutely beautiful job with everything. We have pictures of what the subwoofers and the enclosure looks like behind the seat. I'm going to go ahead and open up the hood, give you a little taste of what the engine compartment looks like. Again, I don't see anything at all other than ocean deep paint. It's virtually flawless, this vehicle. When this goes on the enclosed carrier, we will assist the new owner in that. We will make sure whoever the driver is doesn't put his hands on it. We'll wrap it in plastic to make sure it arrives as clean as what it left. So all the new owner has to do is pull the plastic cover off and enjoy it. So here we go. I'm going to open up this. This is a really unique style hood. There's a latch there. You just kind of pull it forward easily. It opens up from the back here. It's got little stops, so you don't have to worry about it going too far. There's a little rod that pops out here. This comes down, and it just goes right into the hole. And that's all there is to it. So if you look in this engine compartment, you will see that it was done as tastefully as the rest of the vehicle. It is absolutely stunning. So first thing I want to reflect on here is this firewall has been cleaned up, it's been smoothed, it's obviously been painted to the same quality as the rest of the truck. The inner fenders, even the radiator shroud, even the paint that's on the back side of the hood has been wet sanded, buffed, and detailed. It looks absolutely spectacular. Like the other F-100s that we sold, those were also powered by Ford small blocks. Great application for an F-100 of this generation. So this was a Ford 302 crate engine. It was outfitted with a Ford Motorsports aluminum intake that you can see there. At MS Classic Cars, we installed a brand new fuel injection system. It is a Holley Sniper 2, so it's the latest, greatest version of the fuel injection, which makes a huge difference. These valve covers, we have receipts that these valve covers were over $2,000. They were one-off valve covers that Gerry had designed for this truck. We took the initiative at MS Classic Cars to actually paint the centers black just to break up the engine compartment a little bit. And then we ordered this Style Track air cleaner from March Performance. It is an expensive air cleaner, but I think it really just put the icing on the cake for a beautiful engine compartment. You'll notice all the other little things in here that make a big difference, like the chrome power steering pump. You'll see your MSD wires. You'll see the chrome hose here that connects to the aluminum radiator. That aluminum radiator does have two Spall electric fans, which give it plenty of cooling. You'll see the oversized overfill container here. You'll see all the custom pulleys. I mean, it just goes on and on. This is something, the more you look at it, the better it gets. There's braided lines. We have ceramic headers that go into a really nice dual exhaust system, which this truck sounds really good. You can hear that in the video that Corey had done when he started it. This engine is actually coupled to a Racetech built C4 automatic transmission. The power is transferred to a Ford 9-inch rear end. It is a Curry rear end, so it's got a lot of good components in the rear end itself. That was fully redone. The undercarriage of this truck looks just like the rest of it, super clean. Definitely something that you could present with mirrors at a car show if you wanted to highlight the underneath. You'll notice in the pictures it does have a 17-gallon stainless fuel tank, which is really nice. And as far as the suspension goes, I did talk a little bit about the braking system, but as far as the suspension goes, this is a AccuAir air ride system. So it does have full air ride. It does have some other items such as like strange shocks. It does have a 4-link setup in the back and so forth, but it is an air ride. So it does have multiple settings. You can actually set it to ride height. You can drop this thing as low as you want. You can raise it up. It really provides a comfortable ride. We are going to be doing a driving video in a few days, so Mike and Corey can kind of demonstrate how the air ride works and how nice it rides and things like that. As far as the front end is concerned, it is a front end of a Ford LTD, so it does have a full custom suspension system, and it also has, as I mentioned earlier, power steering. So again, go through your list of all the things that are important with a vehicle, and this truly checks off all the boxes. Air conditioning, power windows, tilt steering wheel, all the things that you hear people talk about when they're looking for a classic vehicle. And what I had said earlier when I first opened the conversation about this truck was Gerry didn't want to get too modern. He didn't really want to go with some, modern engine such as a Coyote or something like that. He didn't really want to go too custom, with the entire truck from start to finish. He wanted to keep some of that original styling of what makes this truck so desirable and so collectible. Okay, so I think that gives you a really good sense of how awesome this truck is. We're very, very proud of it. Please visit msclassiccars.com for all the highlights, a full description, over 200 photos. Check out the other video that Corey did. Stay tuned for the driving video. We ask that you please check us out on social media. We have almost 600,000 followers and counting. We appreciate you signing up and following us even closer. And also the best way to stay in touch with us is through our VIP newsletter email. It's really simple. Go to our website. It's at the top right-hand corner. Sign up for it, and then you can get really up-to-date information as we progress and offer new inventory for sale. So we appreciate you watching this video. This is a gorgeous truck, okay? Please feel very, very confident. If you decide you want to make a purchase, you can reach out to me personally, call me, email me. I'll respond as fast as possible. We look forward to doing business with you. If it's not on this truck, we hope to do something in the future. And as always, rock and roll.